What's going on, guys? Just another quick video. So this is going to be a bit off topic to normal content I try and put out, but it's a very important subject, I believe, as I have been approached, or I have had discussions about this very topic with quite a few of my clients, especially the younger clients I have. So I want to address upon the complete fake and falsitude to someone's social media life. So whether it be Facebook, whether it be Instagram, whether it be Twitter, doesn't matter what platform it is, they're pretty much one and the same. So the constant issue I see happening with these accounts and with these profiles and so on like that is just the sheer lack of realism from that person's everyday life in their social media account. It's been made to be as glamorous as possible, as bright and colourful and wonderful as possible, and just basically give across the message of they're extremely successful, they're extremely happy, they have extremely exciting lives, that they're doing something different every single day, or they're extremely popular and so on like that. And this is creating a real issue for most everyday people. I mean, we have a whole generation coming up that they haven't known life without social media. They don't know what life was without the internet. They don't understand what life was before Facebook. They have no concept of this. This is an integrated part of their everyday life. And the way they interpret things off social media, or how they can view someone's reality or success, which is fake a lot of the time, and then they try and emulate this, or they try and obtain what this person is putting up on their social media account, and they're just left so bitterly and sorely disappointed because they don't understand that they're only getting one perspective. They don't understand how that person started. They don't understand maybe how hard that person has had to work for years to get where they are. I'm not saying that some people are just outright liars, and I'm not saying that people and all people are fake. I'm saying that there's certain people out there that they have worked tirelessly for 10, 20, 30 years without battering an eyelid, and as a result they've accumulated all this like cool stuff or great experiences or amazing house or something. They've worked really hard for it. I'm not saying that's everybody, but there are a good few cases that is who they are and what they've done. And I think that we kind of get lost in our own bullshit and our own fakeness, and live our lives more for others and how to portray it to others. So for example, when me and my wife go for a walk, for example, just anywhere, going down the beach or whatever, and you'll see 1,000,001 beautiful things down the beach. I am too busy looking at that thing right there in the moment, because it's even more beautiful, because it's not going to last forever. It's not going to be there. I'm not going to have, I'm not one of these people that instantly whips out my camera phone to take a picture of it, because I'm too immersed in that thing right there and then. I don't feel it necessary to show everybody I know what I've just seen, because what I've just seen is for me and not anybody else, or me and my wife. I think that social media has become such a potential negative problem, and there is very little guidance and there's very little willingness from people with these accounts, or willingness from people who are heavily associated with social media platforms, to discuss the fact of 90% of their day-to-day life isn't like they're portraying. There's a good chance that there's a lot of women who look in amazing shape, and they train really hard, and they restrict their calories, and they diet hard, and they got this fantastic physique, and they look happy and they look healthy. But then as soon as that camera is off, some of them, they may just cry and burst their eyes out because they're so unhappy with everything else that's going on in their life. But they won't portray this because it won't attract other people into buying or influencing off the back of their social media platform. And I don't think that people expressing emotion or showing the fact of you're normal and you do have bad days, or you have a bad week, or you struggle to pay a bill here or there, or anything that most normal people deal with, I don't know why we're hiding this, because surely the generation we're bringing up, and even our kids further down the line, we kind of need to stem this problem now before it gets to a point where, you know, it's gone past the point and we're having so many issues with like child case of depression and, you know, children taking their own lives because they feel like they're not good enough. And that's not the case. I honestly couldn't tell you, when I was growing up, I only live in a small town in Wales, but I never heard of a child due to depression when I was a kid taking their own life because they weren't happy with their lot. I think that it's not the platform's fault for being there. I think it's everyone who participates in that platform not being realistic and showing that you are a real person. You don't just have like this amazing thing and hands full of money and going on jet set holidays all the time. Why don't you just come across a bit human? Why don't you like let your fans or let the people who follow your pages and your subscriptions or whatever see that, you know, you can have an off day just like the rest of us. I have an off day every other fucking week. It's just part of life. You can't get around that. And I'm not going to bullshit you and tell you that my life is wonderful and my life is great. Yeah, I'm partially a workaholic. I love the grind. It means that I sacrifice a lot of time with a lot of people I care about and they don't see me as often, and that isn't a good thing either. We've all had money troubles along the way. I mean, I'm trying to grow my business and grow my platform, but then my platform suffer because I'm not a person who dives on social media every single opportunity or second or gives myself massive wide exposure. And I refuse to be so online and so prevalent on social media that it genuinely interrupts my everyday life. Once you stop doing something, stop doing it. It's pointless. I only go on social media and I put up advertisements of certain events I've got coming up or special deals or offers I got, whatever, because I believe in that product and because I feel the time is right for other people to be aware of that product. Once I put out that video, I'm not going to repost that video 19 times in the same day. I'm just not. I don't think it's fair that you bombard people in such a way. And I just don't have time for that. So I think what I'm trying to get at is keep a real, very real view of what is real and what is fake. So much online and so much on social media platforms is coloured in these bright, vivid colours to convince you that it's one way. I can almost guarantee you almost every single time it's not that way. They're kind of compensating for something that they feel missing or lacking. And the true reason that people, for example, I know a handful of people who are exceptionally successful and exceptionally wealthy. They have worked very, very hard to get where they are in life. But then when you pose the question of, okay, yeah, you got this much money, blah, 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 great, you got this nice house, you got this nice car, but are you happy? Not with what you have, but are you happy? And more often than not, they have to stop and truly think, what does happiness mean? And happiness can mean anything. Happiness could mean just spending time with your most favourite person in the world. Happiness could be meaning just going to somewhere that is special and meaningful just to you, to be on your own and just enjoy some time by yourself. Happiness could be simple as just taking your dog for a walk. Happiness can be anything. You just got to try and figure out what makes you happy. And then once you do find out what makes you happy, you don't have to ram it down other people's throats. You don't have to tell other people how happy you are. If you're truly happy, trust me, people who meet you or bump into you or even see the occasional post on Facebook, they will know and can see very clearly you are happy. And I'm telling you now, no matter how successful that person is or how many followers they have, they will be so envious of you that you are genuinely happy. So what I'm trying to say, guys, is that don't let false goals or ideas of what you think your goal is take away from what's truly important, and that's happiness. Because the more happy you are, the better life you're going to have. And the better life you're going to have, the more you're going to enjoy life. And the more you enjoy life, the more you can spread that joy to other people. And if we can help someone else enjoy life and appreciate what they have, that is the single biggest gift you can give another person, is showing them that life is worth living, you can live it to its absolute max very simply, and you don't have to chase this fucking bullshit that most of the people are trying to make out that you have to chase. I hope this helps, guys. And if you know someone, or if you see someone who's potentially young or vulnerable and they're kind of focusing on the wrong thing of social media, sit them down, explain this false bullshit to them, so then they've got a very realistic worldview of what is actually going on and why some people are trying to look the way they look. You never know, it may save a life.